Hey everybody, just what we need. Dead hit on Central Florida. So all of Florida actually for a hurricane, and we're getting a pretty bad storm that's just starting now. So wonderful. It's supposed to be a wonderful weekend. How's everybody else doing? Yeah, not news that I wanted to see. I hate hurricanes, but hey, it's gotta. I guess it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. So anyway, how is everybody? Funky Fluffy's in the house. How's it going? Let's see. We got Melanie. Melanie's in the house. Turtle Traders in the house. Thanks for coming, everybody. Sharon B's Red's Outpost Flipper. There's a mouthful for you. Welcome in. I believe I got your shipment out today, nice and early, because I knew it was supposed to storm today. Funky Fluffy's in the house, along with I Am Squashy. Hope you two are doing well. Yes, it's all I can do. Stay safe. Although I must admit I've been through hurricanes and nor'easters, and I would much rather a hurricane, because at least when that's all done, you can go and drive outside, go outside. But with a nor'easter, you're driving through it. I'm sorry, it's pretty bad outside. You're driving through it for days and days through the ice and snow. Oh, Melanie, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear. Well, unload it, make a profit, prove him wrong. Bargain Effect in the house. How you doing? Simply Sandoval. How are you today? Thank you, Squashy. Glenn, how are you doing? Glenn, come over to the Facebook, the YouTube channel, and you can chat along with everybody. Fluffy's doing good over there in Scotland, along with I Am Squashy. It's all right, Maddie. Dog's already going nuts because of all the thunder and lightning. Shamrock Pixie in the house. Hey, how are you? Turtle Trader, I said hello. Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Open conversation today. Again, this last week was tough for guests. Yesterday, my guest had to cancel, understandably. It's all right. Today, they had canceled last week, and I was just so busy, I didn't have, or I totally forgot to get somebody else. But there's the link if anybody wants to come in. There were several people in yesterday, and we had a great conversation. Yeah, Melanie, definitely. Just make a good profit, take them out for lunch, and prove them wrong. Wow, you're under a smoke and air quality warning. Where is that? The only thing I could think of would be LA. And I haven't heard that in a while. Wow, I don't know if you could hear that on the mic. Oh, that's true, Melanie. It could be fire actually too. Yes, I forgot all about that. Although, yeah. Tulika, California? Tulelika, California? I'm not sure if that's right or not. Hey, Glenn. Thanks for coming over. I'm good. Did you say you're getting a hurricane or just a storm? No, it's supposed to be a hurricane. Yeah, good old hurricane. Hey, how's it going? Funky Fluffy in the house.
How are you guys?
Good. So you did the same thing that I did.
Definitely.
Took it down.
Oh, yes, I had to. It was irritating me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. I just went a little bit further.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, how's it going, Larry?
Yeah, just thought I'd jump in to see if you're okay. I mean, you need to stay safe in this weather.
Yeah, the weather's been crazy here. We've been getting typical Florida afternoon storms, but they've been very bad. I mean, more than usual. And now this, I just heard about it on the news that it's coming. The cone of uncertainty, they say, is coming right up and going to engulf Florida. So
it's Force 9 as well.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. But I've been through. When I first moved down here, we got 4 back to back to back in 2004. And my house was not even a year old at that time. So we luckily made it through. And at that time, I was on the management team of Walmart. So a manager always had to be in the store. I lucked out and I had to be in the store. No power, rain and thunder, lightning. And in the back of the Walmart store, we had 18-wheelers parked, the trailers. The wind was so bad, it blew one right through the back wall. Then in the store, they had these big 4x4 skylights. Everyone blew off. So I'm running like crazy to move all the stuff, because now it's just raining in the store. It was pretty bad. It was bad. What area of Florida are you? I was born in West Palm Beach. Oh, I'm in Central Florida right now. I'm in St. Cloud, 30 minutes from Disney. St. Cloud, Florida, or Central Florida, or all of Florida, otherwise known as God's waiting room. Unfortunately, I still got to be here for, I think, 2 years. I was hoping 2 months, but this COVID thing's screwing everything up.
Well, I don't want to rain on your parade, but the weather's glorious here.
It was nice this morning here.
I took Squashy out for dinner, so
Nice.
I recorded it, took it to McDonald's.
Oh, although I went, how you doing, Squashy? I did Burger King myself.
I'm all right. How are you?
I had to go to the post office. I think I had about 25 boxes, and it was close to the time. And I said, let me just grab Sandy some lunch and myself, because I knew it was going to be like this, and it's crazy.
Well, luckily for me, I mean, I packed everything up last night straight after the auction, and it's just sitting in my spare room at the minute.
Now, what time did you go on? Because I think the last time I checked anything on Facebook or YouTube was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think I was in bed.
Eastern Standard.
Oh, okay. I was in bed by 9, I think, 8:45.
It was good because obviously my main mod, Cody, she was sleeping. So I had Queen Cleo running the show. It was amazing.
I think I created a Frankenstein when hey Dennis, how are you? When I donated that $10 if Cody would get on camera, because now I don't think we can get her off camera. I told her that this morning. She was on Victoria's show, and I says, I created a Cody Frankenstein YouTube monster.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Now, I mean, I'm trying to get her to actually come on to my live and be a moderator that way.
Yep.
But apparently she's going to do it with Cleo first.
That's cool.
See how it goes, and then she's going to...
Yeah.
So.
And Cleopatra, I haven't heard from you, and I won't say what the issue was, but the last time we actually conversed with each other, you were having an issue, and I hope that was taken care of. I hope you sought advice and got that taken care of. I understand now, and this wouldn't affect you in Switzerland, in Scotland, but the government just said that they're going to give us now another $1,200 stimulus check.
Keep boogers.
But it's really not. We pay for it in the end, but
yeah.
Is Scotland your country, the neighboring countries, whatever, are they doing anything like that? No kind of support whatsoever? They're also saying that it's 4 o'clock. I missed it. At 2 o'clock, they were meeting the Fed, and they said they're not going to change interest rates. So that's a positive thing too. Because right
over
now,
here, what they've said is they'll stop billing for certain things like the internet, certain rents here and there.
Yep.
But the second it's lifted, you've got all that to pay.
Yeah, that's basically a phony forbearance.
Mm.
And there's a lot of banks that did forbearance here. And I told people early on, because being a real estate broker and earlier in my career, I helped a lot of people, what I call exit gracefully and not let the banks foreclose. And if you don't get that stuff in writing, you have no protection.
Yeah.
So Bank of America was doing it the right way. They were like, I don't know if you want to say honest about it, but a lot of other banks were not. July 1st came and people got a bill for April, May, June, and July's payment. And then July 15th came, usually that's their, grace period. And they said, what are you going to do? Because typically here, I don't know how it goes there. If you miss one mortgage payment, you can pay it again and get caught up.
Yeah.
If you miss two, you could pay them and get caught up. Typically, if you miss 3 consecutive mortgage payments,
3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah, the bank is not allowed to take any more money from you, and that begins the foreclosure period. But they're not filing foreclosures. They're not filing evictions. Just the other day, they forwarded it now for another month, moratorium on that stuff. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this all comes about.
Yeah. Well, I'd hate to see the economy after it, to be fair.
Right. I'm just writing my email.
To be honest, I think both, like, all economies are going to just plummet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to...
During all this, you've got the prices like of silver, gold, everything shooting up.
Right.
But what about when it's done? Everything's going to go down, so you're going to have... the cost of living is going to go up. Everything else is going to go down. So,
yeah, even gas here just overnight went up 25 cents.
Yeah,
just overnight for no reason.
Crazy because they can start to charge whatever they please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's almost like this is the new normal. But the new normal can't be that people are just not going to pay their rent forever, and people are not going to be able to pay their mortgage forever. And so something's got to eventually give. There's still a lot of people out of work. The news over here the other day said over 35% of all small and medium-sized businesses, if they haven't already, they will close permanently.
I mean, I did a walk around my town, and there's about 3 or 4 shops open. My town is like a tourist town.
Yep.
So they're normally open like all year round. And there is normally like, 100 shops. There is 2 out of all of them that are left standing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just because obviously the small businesses,
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are family run, which they can't even sustain.
Wow.
So it's hard for everybody at the minute, which I can understand. But my advice for people that are getting these stimulus checks, pay your bills before you do anything else.
Yeah.
They will come back and bite you in the butt. Take it from somebody that knows that, I mean, I was at the time where the beginning of this COVID, I was going out spending money like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now everything came around and started biting me in the butt.
Right.
So just use your head, people. And when you get the stimulus checks, put your bill money to one side, pay your bills, and whatever you've got, happily.
Exactly.
That's my one advice to everybody.
Glenn is saying, my wife and I are trying to repair our credit. We want to buy a house. Don't fall for those, because they're 90% all phony. Repair your credit overnight and stuff like that. Nobody could do that. The best way to repair your credit, and like Fluffy was saying, start paying down your credit cards. If you're over 30%, that'll go against you. So in other words, if you have a $1,000 balance on your credit card, if it's over $300, it starts to go against you. So try to get it down to a third always, or under $300. Always try to pay off your highest interest rate credit cards first. We're going through a reputable credit union here in Tennessee, and we have a credit card. The easy way to repair your credit, and anybody can do this, and everybody should always look at their credit. Sorry. I look at mine every year. You request a copy, your free copy of all 3 credit reports. TRW, Equifax, I forget the other one. I'm sorry. You just write into them with your social security number, your name, your address, and say, I am formally requesting my 1-year free copy of my credit report. You're going to go through that line by line. And I'm sorry if I'm boring anybody with this talk, but it is TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Melanie's got it. But this is helpful information. You go through those line by line. If something is not yours, challenge it. All right? If something you paid off and it's still reporting wrong or whatever, challenge it. Challenge every little thing that you have. Now, my son's name is Paul. On his credit report, he was married to my wife. So, and he had a couple other things, so I had to fix his. It was crazy. But at 3 months, all 3 credit reports all fixed. So then you take those credit reports, you send them back to their company, Experian, go to Experian, etc. They have, I think it's 30 days. They have to get with the company. So if you say, hey, I have a Sears card that's reporting wrong, they have to contact Sears. Sears has, I think it's either 3 weeks or 30 days to get back to them. If not, then it has to be removed from your credit. Just by not answering, they have to remove it. So challenge it all, look at it. If you legitimately couldn't pay for some reason, the last page has a section for notes. And you could put it in there, say, listen, I was, what do they call it? Deployed for my job. I work for the government. I was deployed. My checks didn't come in on time. There was no way I could get to a computer to pay these bills. That's why they're showing that this month was late. That will help. If you didn't pay them for other reasons, you got to try to give them an answer, because a mortgage company is going to look at your credit report and they're going to say, okay, he's late on everything for May, but that's because we had COVID. He was out of work. He didn't get his not Social Security. He didn't get his unemployment yet. So put that in there. So hopefully that made sense. But a question for your friend. Wood is your name anyway. How many people do you know in Scotland that wear kilts? You get that question all the time, the kilt question.
Yeah, to be honest, I know quite a few people that wear kilts. My best friend, he actually got married in a kilt.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he says, because I wear a kilt every day. And where are you, Glenn? Anyway, I hope that little credit reporting thing made sense to everybody. But if you have companies out there that want to charge you for it,
there's also things that you can do, is like your mobile phone. Make sure your bills are up to date.
Yep.
Or don't go for the higher, like, what do you call it, the finance, or just because it's a better deal. Stick to what you can afford. That way your credit boosts up.
Right.
It's things like cars, finance on cars, anything. Basically, right. The TVs, just make sure they're all in order, because something will bite you in the butt.
Exactly. And Glenn, you said you're looking to buy a house. Another thing a mortgage company is going to look at is they want to see 4 to 6 months in reserves. In other words, figure out what your bills are: lights, power, water, mortgage, car payment, whatever. If they total $3,000, $2,000, they want to make sure you have 4 to 6 months of that in reserves, liquid. So in a savings account, in a checking account, or whatever. And if you're going to get a loan from a family member, the family member has to take it out of an account. They can't just give you cash, because the money has to be what they call seasoned. They have to show it in an account for 60 days. You could put in cash today and not go for a loan for 60 days. You're golden there. But if somebody's going to give you a loan and you're going to show it to the mortgage company in 30 days or less, they have to give you a copy of the bank statement where the loan came out of, and then a letter saying this is going to my son and he doesn't have to pay me back. Because they don't want, well, what happens here is a lot of money laundering. A lot of money laundering. Can't do cash. I had somebody go to a closing with me with cash, and it was my fault. I should have said, you have your bank account so they can wire the funds and everything. And no, I got cash. It's like, oh my God. So we had to delay the closing for a long time. But it happens. Well, there's people that just don't trust the banks either.
Over here, I don't trust the banks as far as I can throw them. And that is quite far. But there is the added security you get with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as
I'd rather have cash in my pocket than walking around with my bank card.
Right.
I mean, you don't get me wrong, you lose money. It's a big thing. But you lose a £10 note or a $10 note. It's not the end of the world. You lose your card, panic stations.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So
what is what's a typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath house sell for over there?
It depends the area.
Okay,
obviously, in London, you're looking 300,000, 400,000, 500,000.
Wow, which would be 700,000 for us. Ooh, boy.
In Scotland, the area where, like, I live in the borders, I mean, I could purchase a house for 60,000, 70,000.
But you're talking a whole different country, right? Scotland compared to UK.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, even if I went back down to my hometown in Newcastle, which is like, it's only about the best part of 60 miles away, but it's England.
Right.
I would still pay 50, 60, 70, 80,000 for a house.
Right.
However, the further south you go, the more money the area has, the more money you pay for a house.
Wow. See, that's like here in 07, 08 when our market crashed. People were coming over from Europe and scooping up the deals literally 50% off. Because
I mean, about 10 years ago, I bought 2 houses for £1 each.
Wow.
Yeah, they were derelict.
Yeah.
It was going to cost me the best part of 20,000, 30,000 just to get them
rehabbed.
Just to get them even sustainable to walk in.
Wow. What's the shirt? What does your T-shirt say?
It's Japanese Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's yeah. So in order to get them worthy to walk in, so what I did, I just flipped them. I said, give me 4K, you can have those.
That's nice. Hey, quick flip, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Now they've just knocked them all down and built a car park.
Right. What's a car park?
It's where you park cars.
Oh, a parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parking lot.
Yeah. See, I keep when I talk, it's like, a car park. No, remember, it's different over there. Yeah, a parking lot.
Yeah. I just didn't know. So, but you mean you wouldn't just put a parking lot anywhere? It must be next to something, right?
Yeah, near the shopping centres.
Right.
But there is places where they just have random parking lots.
Why?
And they put like a little thing there. They put money in, and you pay to park.
But if it's just in a random location, where do people go, or how do they leave that place? I mean, it'd be different if a bus came to pick them up and go to the airport or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying in the middle of nowhere. I'm saying like say in a town, like you park at like one end of the town where all the shops are like a mile away. But the reason they do it is because they don't want you parking actually in the town. So
yeah, congestion and everything. Wow. Yeah, Melanie said, now this is typical because this is the same thing from where I lived in Boston. Renting a 1-bedroom dump in New York for $1,500 a month. Moved here to Texas, got a 3-bedroom house for $650 a month. I did move since. Now I'm in a 4-bedroom with water, gas paid for $1,000. Wow.
I'm going to let you into this. So I have a 3-bedroom ground floor flat. All right. I pay $300 a month.
Wow. That's nice.
And it is massive. I could literally put 4 king-size beds either side on each wall.
Wow.
Still have enough room in the middle.
Wow, that's nice.
It's just because they're over here, the council.
Yep.
It's like the local authorities own them. So basically, you can get away with like getting a better property for a little bit more money. Plus, it's always maintained.
Right. Nice.
So it's always up to a good standard.
That's cool. Yeah, Cajun Roots Johnny, thank you. He says he got his order yesterday from the auction. Cool. And I put a link in if anybody wants to come in and say hi. But yeah, everything's different. I just didn't know how the value of properties there. I do know that in London, because when I was there, I had to ask. See, here we put lock boxes when we list a property. We put a lockbox somewhere on the house, usually the front door, and the key is in the lockbox, and only the real estate agent can get the code to get in on MLS. In London, they don't use lockboxes. The key is in the office, and if there's 3 houses on a street, they could be with 3 different companies. So you have to go to 3 different companies if you want to live on that street. It's pretty difficult.
Reason being is because if you put a lockbox in a house with a key, somebody in this country is going to steal it.
Yeah.
And then good riddance to your house. That's why if you have a pair of trainers, make sure they're fastened properly.
Well, what's this now, Paul? I just wanted to share my good news today. I put out a video today, and this is my first one of 10 I got on this video, the first 4 hours and 7 hours, and still 1 on top of 10.
I know I commented on it.
Oh, okay. Now, Johnny, who is Cajun Roots reseller, did he hit the 500? I don't know.
I'm not sure yet.
So if anybody here is not subscribed to Cajun Roots Reseller, please go to his page and subscribe.
We need to get him to 500.
Yep. Well, actually, 1,000. I think we got to get everybody to 1,000, right?
I wish.
No, it's just a matter of just keep going on and, you know, asking people for subscriptions.
I put myself about a bit, so mine is slowly going up. I'm 270 now. So.
Cool. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to, and what is your channel name?
Funky Fluffy.
Funky, it is Funky Fluffy. Well, because you put Scottish Weather and you came in with Elvis the other day, so I wasn't sure what the title was.
I do that as a little bit of
variation.
My channel is Funky Fluffy.
Go to Funky Fluffy, subscribe.
That is the picture you will see.
Oh, that's right. Yep. And hit the bell so you know every time he goes live. And we just got to get everybody up there. Very cool. Very cool. Anybody else have any questions or anything? Just put it in the chat too.
Right.
Now you go on.
Ask anything. I'm open for any question, me.
How often do you go on and do your auctions?
I do them once a week.
Okay.
I do them Monday nights. The reason I do them Monday nights is because there's hardly anybody doing auctions Monday nights, and I don't want to step on people's toes. You see?
Yeah.
But
the problem is now there's so many.
Yeah.
There is so many, and I find that Glenn, I live in Lenoir City, Tennessee. Okay. I find that if somebody's on doing a jewelry auction and you're not, I think it's okay, because I often see people come in, hey, Paul, I'm here, but I'm also watching 2 other auctions. Somebody's doing clothes and you're not. They're going to watch both usually. One time, Sandy and myself, we were watching 4. I had both iPads on, both phones, and we would.
I'm guilty of that. I watched 3 or 4 at once.
Yeah, we just kept going back and forth.
The other reason why I do that as well, I watch auctions to see what they sell.
Yeah.
And then I see what people are shouting for that they don't have.
Right.
So then on my auction, I sell what they didn't have on their ones. So it brings a few extra people in, you know?
Right. That's true. That's true.
So, but I do want to do a collaboration with either Victoria or Miranda. So.
Yeah, Miranda keeps asking me, and every time I respond to her, then it goes dead. She doesn't respond back.
She's one of these ditzy people. She's
yeah.
I think she sleeps too much.
Really? But she's the one now. She's the one that goes on with April all the time, right?
Yeah.
And they're always only doing clothing or jewelry.
Yeah. That's what they're good at, and it's working for them.
Right.
So.
I mean, I have the only clothing I have is like 2 or 3 pieces, and I hate to go on just to do 2 or 3 pieces.
Yeah. I mean, I have like plenty of these. I mean, I bought the store out of them. I bought 30 of them.
Nice.
You know, and every so often I'll put a few of them up. You know.
Yeah.
But they don't really sell as well as what vintage ones do.
That's unusual.
I mean, I get more requests for something Scottish.
Yep, like Cadbury candy or something.
Irn-Bru.
What is it?
Irn-Bru.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about that last time. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I mean, people are going to ask for things they can't get. Hey, Lady Luck Junk, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I mean, the likes of today, I was down in my local town, and I came across just a little stall that was selling all what you would call costume jewelry.
Yep.
Inside of it, I found 10-karat gold.
Nice.
So, I mean, I only paid, what, £3, which is like $5 for all of this. And in there, I found like 6 or 7 pieces. Wow. And this was the main one. I mean, I don't know why, but I don't know why the woman did. I went back and gave her extra money. Because.
Oh, very nice.
It's 10-karat gold. So I went back to her and said, listen, there's £20. You know, you've just given me this. And she's like, no. I says, listen. I says, you do realize what it is? She was like, no, I didn't realize that was it. I said, well, there you go. You know, you just own yourself.
Well, that was very nice.
I did offer it back to her, you know, but.
Wow, Melanie says her husband's addicted to that brew, and they have a place that charges $9 a can. And is it a soda?
I'll show you.
No, you showed us before, but is it's a soda or?
Soda.
I'll have to check. We have a shop that sells all import British goods. You must be able to get that in England, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to see if they have it. Okay. What flavor did you say?
They should have it, but it might be scarce to get.
You said there was a flavor that you wanted that you could never find.
the Dr. Pepper that you wanted. Remember? They had cream soda Dr. Pepper.
I saw somebody do that. There was a commercial. Wasn't there a commercial about that? Cream soda Dr. Pepper?
Get it over here.
Wow.
Oh, the only one we can get is the normal.
Okay.
I mean, we get vanilla Coca-Cola. We get this Coke Zero, Diet Coke, but we don't have the funky flavors like what you guys have.
Now, can people ship that to you? Will they allow that in the country?
Yeah. I mean, I get Snack Crate, which has like everything from all over the world. It has like American sweets in it, and from Italian or French. So they allow it. So why not? I mean, I've done the same for people in different countries. I've sent them like packages with Iron Brew and like chocolate in, and
that's interesting. I think tastes like Melanie. Last time talked, I think it tastes like stale orange soda with cough medicine.
Yeah, it is a unique taste.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. The town next to me was the original Dr. Pepper plant, Dublin, Texas. They lost their Dr. Pepper license. Now they are calling it Dublin Bottling. Queen Cleopatra, we got cherry Dr. Pepper. Wow. I found an original Dr. Pepper bottle, I think, from the 60s. I have put away somewhere.
I mean, the things, I mean, especially for alcohol connoisseurs, there's brown ale.
Brown ale, okay.
Yeah, which is, it's weird because it's like a Guinness, but it's done in like a beer form.
Yeah.
Hang on. Look, squashy. Hang on. No, it's done in like all weird forms of like beer. So you can't get that anywhere but in one area of the country. So I couldn't go into London and ask for like a Newcastle brown ale. So you all right? I found her. She's all right. There she is.
Hi.
How you doing?
She was just in a little bit of pain somewhere, so I had to go and help her out.
Yep. Thanks, Penny. Penny's putting us the links out there on Facebook. Thank you, Penny. Anybody have any questions, or if you want to come in, there's Johnny still didn't say if he made the 500 subs. There's the link if you want to come in and say hello, talk. We got like 20 minutes left.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Cajun Roots and Larry are doing their bingo night today.
Might go join the bingo, see if I can win some prizes.
Yeah. I think after this, I'm going to go lay down. I feel like I'm getting sick. I better not be. I hate being sick.
Well, I was going to because I normally go into Storage Legends on a Tuesday night. But, I haven't really been feeling myself over the past few days. And if anybody's noticed, on my lives, I've been looking a lot down. It's because everything's getting on top of me, but as of this morning, I woke up with a PMA, which is a positive mental attitude. And today's a better day.
Nice. Yeah, no, this morning I was packing and sneezing like over and over and over again. I couldn't stop sneezing, and then my throat's killing me. And so I just hope I'm not getting sick.
I haven't had a cold in 6 years.
Yeah, it's like me, knock on wood. It's been, I think, 2 years. And normally I get the flu shot. But I didn't get it in a year now. So.
Well, the flu shot, all that is, it gives you the flu.
Right.
And then, but what happens when you become immune of the flu shot?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's something, I just hope they come up with something for this COVID.
Well,
so we can all start getting
that's what's puzzling me. Because I looked into COVID-19, just a little bit of research for myself, and I found that they had it about 10 years ago. But it was in animals.
Oh, wow.
Dogs especially. So they had a cure for it. For that strain, anyway. So if they had a cure for that strain, why can't they modify it for this one?
Yeah, true.
But I can also understand starting China through animals, obviously. You know, their food isn't the healthiest. So.
Right. Yeah, but we'll be pondering that forever. One of those, you know, why didn't you, and all that stuff.
It's see, to me over here, it's I think it's the government. They're like, oh, we've kept you safe, so you vote for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
people will tell you it's the same way here.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like President Trump, but what he's done is actually not a bad job.
Right. Yeah, I always used to say we need a business person in there and not a politician.
I mean, I don't believe in his etiquette sometimes.
Right.
But what he's done to help is a totally different thing.
Yep.
I mean, stimulus checks. I mean, what you got to think there is, would this have been available in the last president's reign or the president before that?
Right. Well, they would have had to do something. But
they would have done something. But would they have done it the way Trump has, or would it be different? Would it be a better way of doing it? Would it be? So you never know.
Right, exactly.
So people say, well, is he doing a good job or a bad job? Nobody knows until after everything's happened.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, before this happened, the economy was decent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a whole new world now. Kids are going back to school now in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And now they just said that despite what everybody thinks, they're still going to be doing a couple of days full at home. So they're trying to balance it out to make everybody happy. You know, some at home, some in school. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I don't know. It's so crazy.
It is.
So it's a crazy place. I think
that's what the world is. They throw you curveballs. It's whether you stand on the plate and smack a home run, or whether you get struck out.
Yep. I mean, I do like the fact that, I mean, a lot of people now are selling online because they have to make money. They have to pay their bills or whatever. So they are doing what they have to do. But I think the sourcing, ever since the virus happened, I think the sourcing is easier now to be done online. You get estate sales that don't want you in the house that now you could buy on their website before, you know, they give you a whole week. Yeah, true. I mean, we get places like HighBid that give you a week. Max Sold that gives you a week.
Yeah. I mean, I have found, because I have to source basically online mainly because there's nowhere around here.
Right. Well, you use Facebook Marketplace?
I do. However, it's a little bit further a distance. But when I do most of my sourcing online, the prices are a lot higher than what I would normally pay.
Right.
Because they're sticking extra on because they know people have got to do this. For instance, say if I went and bought a book of Pokemon cards where I could normally pay, say, $20, $30 before COVID, I'm now paying $50, $60, $70 just to source them items to sell myself.
Right.
You know, because obviously they know, listen, it's through COVID, people are going to be buying, let's hike the prices up.
Right.
Which is understandable. People want to make money.
True. But I mean, I was on a Facebook auction, I forget when it was, a few days ago, and he had lots of Pokemon cards. He spread them out into 40 cards per pack. And he had 4 decks, and he says, I want to start it at $3. Nobody bid on them. So he showed something else. He had baseball cards. Then he had football cards with pieces of the uniform. Glenn, I see you in the back, but it says your devices are not connected. And he wanted $4 a card for the football ones with the pieces of the jersey on it. So he was about to pull the Pokemon off, and I said, I'll give you 10 for all 4 lots of Pokemon cards. He paid no attention. So then he did comics, and he had Archie comics, and they looked like they were from the 70s. And he says, these are like from, what did he call it? I don't know, from a spa or something like that. And I'm saying to myself, they're what we call readers. They're 25-cent books. He was hoping to get $2 a piece. And they actually went up to like $50 for a lot of them. And I'm saying to myself, these people just have to be collectors or something. They're not going to resell them because they're not going to be able to resell them. Then he had boxes of old cards. He had a box of Batman cards. I think he had, what was the other one? Desert Storm cards, a box of those. Now, those are everywhere for like $5 a piece. The Batman, between $8 and $10. They were paying like $20, $30 per box. And it's like, what am I missing? Is this a gold box or something? What am I missing here? I couldn't believe that they were paying that much. Because then while he was showing, I opened up my other screen and I looked on eBay, and they were selling for $8, $10. It's like, so why don't you just go on there and, buy 2 of them for the amount of money you want to pay for one? So it made no sense. The only thing I can think of is they were collecting them for themselves.
I mean, there is things out there. I mean, recently there've been them boxes of basketball cards, with Zions in them, and I mean, we can't get them over here, so I'm in awe of them. But there's been that many of them. They're now stood in the market. The price has gone down.
Right.
Why not have a few of each different ones, set them at a price, and say, listen, you can make money, I can make money, let's do this.
Right. Exactly. I heard on the news just before I came on that Anthony Fauci Topps baseball card is their top-selling card of all time.
Yep.
It's selling for like $600 or $700, and it's only a card of him throwing out the first ball. And he's got a mask on. And it's like, well, where the hell did they sell that? And I guess they only sold it on Topps website.
Possibly.
But that's crazy. That is crazy.
And you wonder, did one person buy every single one?
All right, Glenn. Yes. Glenn, I did see you in the back, but it said your devices were not connected. Excuse me. But I'm on typically live here every Monday through Friday at 4. Tomorrow being Wednesday, we do what we call swap meet, where I allow other people to come in, sell 1, 2, 3 items. It's fast paced. Sell your items and go on to the next person, sell their items, go on to the next, try to get as many people on as I can in an hour. And then Thursday, I'm doing a strictly NASCAR auction, or not NASCAR / diecast auction. I have a ton of NASCAR diecast collectibles.
Diecast last night.
You had some?
Matchbox diecast.
Okay. And then Friday, I have another show. It's called Dolly and Polly Auction. And then Sunday, I'll be back on Sunday at 3. I usually do an auction.
Yeah. Well, me, I mean, I'll just randomly go live during the week, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Normally, if the likes of Victoria and that, once they've done theirs, I'll quickly stick up a live, have a natter with somebody, say it's going to be for 10 minutes, but it's like 3 hours.
Right.
So,
yep. Yeah, Derek's going to be on with me to do the NASCAR thing tomorrow. Hope he's going to have some stuff to sell. But, yeah, I mean, I was going to go live, one Friday night, and it's like there must be 10 people live all at the exact same time. So I said, I'm just going to bed.
Well, last night I was competing with Pirate. So
okay, I don't think I've ever seen his.
Well, I know for a fact I'm not going to compete with that. He has like 200-300 people in there every time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just a little fish in the big pond.
Oh, but Derek's on. Derek.
That's why I went for the Monday nights, because there's hardly anybody on.
Right.
So, but you know, one of these days I'll be able to just click. Oh yeah, the Fluffy's on. Let's go.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, once people get back to work, because there's already a lot of people saying, no, once my job opens up, I have to go back to work. I can't just sit here and play on the computer, which I understand.
I mean, at the minute, this is my only revenue. I mean, I don't get paid for my videos because I'm not monetized.
Right.
So the only revenue I actually can bring in is my auctions.
Right. I became monetized a few weeks ago, but I'm not sure how it all works or what I have to do or whatever. But yeah, it was, that's why I can have an auction, but I think I might do spontaneous sale, maybe even start doing fixed sales, work up a channel.
Yeah, you don't have to have what they call 100, 1,000 subs to do a live, to do an auction.
No, you can go on at any time.
Yes, I proved a point because Squashy only had 2 subs.
Yeah.
And she did a live on her own.
Yeah.
It's because you can use StreamYard at any time, or you can use Prism at any time.
Yeah.
They only say that because of the YouTube value, where at 1,000 subs, YouTube give you the option to go live.
Right. Well, at 1,000, I think once you hit 1,000, then you could use your phone to go live. Yeah. I think.
Well, I use my phone anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, to me, I find it easier using the likes of Prism or StreamYard because I can have 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in there walking down the high street having a natter,
Right. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you. But yeah, I think all you do is you go to YouTube, create a video or a post, and you can go live. The thing that I've done when I couldn't do it on my phone is I'll go on Facebook and I'll go live on Facebook. And then when I get home or whatever, I'll just save that video to the computer and throw it up on YouTube as a pre-recorded.
Yeah. But if you have something called Streamlabs, it gives you that connection between Facebook and YouTube, so you can stream live from YouTube via Facebook.
True. Yep. Hey, Lewis, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Lewis, I sent you your stuff, your information, but at the bottom I put down that because I know you bought a NASCAR thing. Thursday I'm having a NASCAR auction with NASCAR Man. So NASCAR themed, diecast themed auction.
I will be there. Drooling.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, I'll ship anywhere in the world. I've shipped.
I can't afford it.
All the time.
Hey, I was lucky enough to buy a McDonald's today. It's the first time I've done that in like 7 months.
Wow.
It's only because I made an extra $30 on my auction.
That's cool.
Everything else gets covered by shipping.
Right. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna do Wednesday, anybody can come in. I put it up to anybody and everybody. You could be the seller. Wednesday, what we call Wednesday swap meet. Ask Melanie. She's been in every one, I think, so far.
Swap meet, I might jump in because I have some Elvis records.
Yeah, definitely. Thursday, NASCAR. Friday, Dolly and Polly. Dolly made a killing at a storage auction, and she got some choice stuff at a storage auction. Then she tells me, hey, I just picked this up. And I said, it's a Monopoly game, but it's I said, I never saw that Monopoly game before. It was Danbury Mint Monopoly game.
Oh.
And I said, really, what's it selling for? And the comps are like $1,000 on it.
Really?
Yeah, 700, 800, 1,000. There's one being sold for 1,000. So, yeah, Callie, no problem. I even have some of those racing jackets that I'm going to bring out. I sold Monopoly The Office for $250. Wow.
I had the Ghostbusters one, which I turned a profit on about $50. So.
Wow. Yeah, I have the Mario Kart one.
The most expensive one over here you can get is actually the Minions one.
Really?
Yeah, it goes for about £200.
Wow.
But it has to be sealed.
Yep. Yeah, I just so much stuff. So much stuff.
I mean, see, when I started my auctions, I didn't want to be a jewelry auction.
Yeah.
I wanted to be loads of random things like cards and cars and figures and all of that. Things that I love, you know?
Right.
But my auctions turned out to be the one thing that's, seems to be selling every time is jewelry.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm now going out sourcing jewelry instead of sourcing out everything else.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, but whatever makes a buck, right? Like Sandy gave me this to sell last time and I didn't sell it. It's a 925 ring that I have to sell. It's in a bag. And
Interested.
Camera's not going to focus.
Interested.
Yeah. I'll have to I don't even have my pencil here to show. It's upside down.
Oh, that is nice. It's like a queen's tiara.
Yeah, similar. The 925, believe it or not, is written on the inside on one of those circles.
Cool.
It took me so long to find it.
Mm.
Like, where the hell?
Where they put them these days.
Yeah.
I mean, this one I've got.
Yeah.
I mean, the one I've got, you wouldn't think to where it's actually stamped right on the edge. You know? Wow. And I say, how the hell have they getting them on there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But hey, I'm going to call it here. Thank you very much, Fluffy, for coming in.
Anytime, mate.
And everybody, thank you for coming in, spending some time with us. Don't forget tomorrow, if you want to be the seller, and if you're nervous, you don't have to be on camera. You can focus the camera on the item in your hands.
Yep.
And just show the item. 1, 2, 3 items. Like I said, I keep it fast paced. And even if you're looking for something, because the first time we did it, somebody made a deal in the chat. Hey, I'm looking for this. Somebody said, I have some, and they made a deal right in the chat. So just come in, have your stuff ready, and we'll go. And Thursday, NASCAR day, Friday, everything. And then that's it. Hopefully we'll still be here Saturday and Sunday if we don't get that hurricane. But that's it, everybody. Thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow.